And finally, in our Saving Gaia series, a mammoth task is underway in Indonesia to repair degraded peatland forest in Sumatra. That's an area twice the size of Singapore. Located in the Riau province, the 150,000 hectares of peatland approximately store several gigatons of carbon, which, if released into the atmosphere, would have a catastrophic impact on the climate. Singapore and Malaysia, just across the Straits of Malacca, would potentially bear the brunt of the environmental catastrophe, many times more than the haze that enveloped the region just last year. Sujadi Siswa went deep into the heart of Riau to take a closer look.
Plantation upon plantation, as far as the eye can see, all palm and acacia, trees whose fiber is turned into paper products. These plantations in Riau are mainly owned by companies who have been granted concessions by the Indonesian government. Similar scenes are repeated in other parts of Sumatra and Kalimantan, the main producing areas for palm oil and pulp and paper in Indonesia. But here in Riau's Kampar Peninsula, among the swath of plantations, there is a mammoth effort being undertaken to restore 150,000 hectares of degraded peat forest. We're flying over one of the largest peatland areas in Southeast Asia. Now, Brett will tell us how significant this is to actually restore and preserve this area.
This area of the Kampar Peninsula is very critical to maintain the integrity of the hydrology for the rest of the peninsula. If this area was disturbed through canalization or logging or fire, there's a potential to release, again, gigatons of carbon to the atmosphere, which of course would contribute to climate change.
In 2013, the April Group, Indonesia's second largest pulp and paper company, was awarded a 60-year license to restore the ecosystem of the Kampar Peninsula. The project, Restorasi Ekosistem Riau, or RER, will cost the April Group $100 million over the next decade. It includes the painstaking tasks of planting specific species of trees in the degraded forests. Since 2015, more than 5,000 trees have been planted, covering over 8 hectares.
But it's still far from done. We need maintenance, we need to keep them from receiving damage, let's say another fires. Restoration ecosystem is actually something very new here. So we are all learning.
Fire is the biggest threat to peat beds, some of which can be as deep as 18 meters. The threat has been made worse by these canals dug by previous concession owners to transport their logs. These canals drain water from the peatland.
Jika ada kanal seperti ini tidak kita lakukan pemblokingan, maka areal ini akan kekeringan. Itu juga salah satu fungsi dam ini kita buat untuk menekan air ini supaya permukaan tanah ini dengan serasa ini semua lembab. Jadi kemungkinan terjadinya kebakaran itu sangat kecil.
Restoring the peatland forest ecosystem also means preserving the biodiversity of its waterways. 4 rivers crisscross the restoration area. Some 50 species of plants and animals have been documented in this area, including the endangered Sumatran tiger. Trap cameras have so far spotted 3. The restoration project is also a collaborative effort with communities living in the area. They have been taught alternative farming methods for their crops.
Sebelumnya melakukan kegiatan ini, kalau membakar lahan sesuai dengan kebutuhan mereka, misalnya mereka mau nanam sekitar 10 hektar sampai 20 hektar nanam jagung, ya mereka melakukan proses pembakaran itu.
It will be a number of years before the benefits of restoration are felt. But for now, at least, there's some assurance that the possibility of a devastating fire in the peat forests of Kampar Peninsula has been greatly reduced. Sujadi Siswa, Channel NewsAsia, in Riau, Indonesia.